Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. So yesterday was an amazing day. We got a special delivery from my friend Carrie, and she brought over a whole box of books, a ton of books for my daughter and my son. And then there were so many awesome books that I wanted to share with you guys. So today I'm going to read one of those books. I am reading The Princess and the Pig by Jonathan Emmett and Polly Bernatene. The Princess and the Pig. Not that long ago, in a kingdom not far from here, a farmer was traveling home from the market with a cartload of straw. The farmer was so poor that he didn't have a horse and had to pull his own cart. In the back of the cart lay a tiny pink piglet. Nobody wanted to buy the piglet at the market, but the farmer had taken pity on it. "I'll call you Pigmella," he decided, as this seemed like a good name for a pig. It was a hot day, and the farmer stopped to rest in the shade of a great castle. Far, far above him, on a high balcony, a queen was inspecting her new baby daughter. The queen was so rich that she had 7 nannies and didn't have to look after her own child. The queen picked the baby out of her cradle and held her at arm's length. "I'll call it Priscilla," she decided, as this seemed like a good name for a princess. A moment later, a wet, squelching noise came from the baby's diaper, closely followed by an awful smell. "Yuck!" shrieked the queen, dropping the baby and running off to find the royal nannies. She left so quickly that she didn't notice she had dropped the baby over the edge of the balcony. Oh my goodness. Down, down, down went the baby into the farmer's cart. That had me really nervous. Up, up, up flew the piglet into the princess's cradle. Oh no, they switched places. The pig went up and the baby went down. When the queen returned and found the piglet lying where the baby should have been, she let out an even louder shriek and fainted into the nanny's arms. The king thought he knew what had happened. "A bad fairy has done this," he exclaimed. The fairy wasn't invited to the princess's christening, so she turned the baby into a piglet to get her revenge. It's the sort of thing that happens all the time in books. Is that true? Meanwhile, the farmer had returned home and was surprised to discover a baby girl lying where the piglet should have been. The farmer's wife thought she knew what had happened. "A good fairy has done this," she explained. "The fairy knew how poor and honest we are and how badly we wanted a child, so she turned the piglet into a baby. It's the sort of thing that happens all the time in books." Is that true? And so, without a second thought, the baby became Pigmella, the farmer's daughter, and the piglet became Priscilla, the royal princess. Oh my goodness, what a switcheroo. It wasn't long before Pigmella was able to eat, walk, and get dressed all by herself, and the farmer and his wife soon forgot that she had ever been a pig. Things were not so easy for Priscilla, but the king and queen never let anyone forget that she really was a princess. As Pigmella grew older, she grew smarter and beautiful and was admired by everyone she met. As Priscilla grew older, she grew not so smart and not so beautiful and was avoided by everyone she met. Oh no, it sounds like Priscilla's having quite a hard time. Can a pig be a princess? Then one day the farmer's wife overheard some of the castle's servants talking about the princess who had turned into a pig. It's just like what happened to Pigmella, she told her husband, only the other way around. The farmer soon guessed what happened. The princess and the pig must have swapped places somehow, he explained. It's the sort of thing that happens all the time in books. The poor farmer and his wife were very unhappy. They loved Pigmella, but they knew they must return her to her rightful home. Oh, that's sad. Pigmella was also unhappy. She loved the farmer and his wife and did not want to live with anyone else. But they were an honest family, so the next day they all went to the castle to see the king and queen. The king and queen listened to the farmer's story. Who do you see sitting there next to the king and the queen? I see Pigmella. Or not Pigmella, I'm sorry. I see Priscilla. But they didn't believe it. What nonsense, cried the queen. Ridiculous, the king laughed. This girl may be smart and beautiful, but she does not look or speak like a real princess. The queen thought she knew what was happening. It's a trick, she declared. This girl is just a farmer's daughter pretending to be a princess so that she can marry a prince. It's the sort of thing that happens all the time in books. And so Pigmella returned home with the farmer and his wife, where she married a young shepherd and lived happily ever after, and never once wished that she had been a princess. And Priscilla also got married to a handsome prince, although he had to be talked into it. Priscilla was changed into a pig by a bad fairy, the king explained. But once you kiss her, the spell will be broken and she will turn back into a beautiful princess, added the queen. It's the sort of thing that happens all the times in books, they assured him. But unfortunately for the prince, is that what's going to happen? Will the prince kiss the pig and she will turn into a princess? It's not the sort of thing that happens in this particular book. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed story time with me today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.